You sit down to study for 10 hours straight. By hour 2, you're staring blankly at the page. You might think you lack discipline, but you are actually fighting a rigid biological limit. When we measure cognitive performance over time, productivity stays high for a brief window, but after roughly 25 minutes, error rates climb and information retention drops. For most people, this is where the biological attention span reaches its limit. Instead of fighting that decline during a 10-hour marathon, you can use a cyclical system designed to stop right at that peak. This is the 30-minute mastery method. To build this system right now, you only need 3 things: the specific study materials for your current task, a reliable timer, and enough physical space in your room to move. Shifting to calculated focus sprints aligns your work with your brain's natural rhythm, preventing the cognitive burnout caused by long-term strain. Your physical environment dictates your mental output capacity. If your space is cluttered, your focus will be too. Right now, clear your desk. Remove everything except the specific materials you need for the immediate task you are about to start. Keep this standard strict. This means no secondary books, no unrelated notes from other classes, and no supplementary devices visible. Next, set a timer for exactly 30 minutes. Place the device close enough to hear, but physically out of your reach so you cannot touch it while working. This diagram compares a 10-hour block to 30-minute sessions. The window captures the 25-minute attention peak. By stopping at 30 minutes, the curve stays at its peak, cutting off before the decline begins. This structure forces your brain to treat tasks with urgency. Controlling your physical environment and defining an exact time frame forces the brain into a state of immediate execution. The second the timer hits 0, all progress must stop. You must halt your work immediately, even if you are in the middle of a sentence. This requires a physical drop. Your hands must leave the keyboard, the textbook, or the notepad instantly. This begins the no study rule for the subsequent 5-minute break. Remaining at your desk or staying mentally engaged with the work during this time drains your remaining willpower. Willpower is a finite resource. It requires a hard, absolute disconnect from the primary task to reset properly. This shows the difference between a draining break and a restorative one. On the left, staying seated to check a phone keeps the brain under strain. On the right, standing up to stretch creates the necessary disconnect. Select a physical action for your break right now. You could pace the room, do 10 push-ups, or simply walk to another room. Physical movement flushes the stagnant mental state that builds up while sitting. It resets your cognitive stamina for the next cycle. Executing this physical break ensures the next 30-minute session launches at peak attention capacity. Treat this physical break as a mandatory maintenance step. It provides the reset needed to sustain focus across multiple cycles. The loop is now complete. 30 minutes of isolated focus, followed by 5 minutes of total physical disconnection. This structure works by resetting your focus before the 25-minute decline begins, keeping your output at its highest possible level. Follow the final verification checklist. First, ensure the workspace is cleared. Second, set your 30-minute timer. Third, confirm your physical break activity. Linking these controlled sessions together creates massive output without the mental fatigue of a traditional marathon. Move from theory to practice. Press start on your timer right now. Intellectual mastery comes from these disciplined cycles of intense focus and absolute reset.